Today I'm going to show you how to do a Dyson Air-wrap. So you can see my hair is slightly damp. I've gone through and I've put a heat defence through it, and I'm just going to give it a good brush through. And I'm going to take my hair over my shoulders in my two ponytails. I'm going to clip one side so it's out of the way, and I'm going to take my first section, just using my finger to take that section. Clipped my hair out of the way, and I'm going to get my Dyson Air-wrap. And you can see that it's on the fastest setting and it's on the medium heat. I don't like it on the hot heat. I think it's too hot. You can see that my barrel that I've got on faces away from me because that's how I want my curls to go. So you can see I've switched it on and the hair's just quickly tucked under it, and I've gradually took it near my head. I haven't done this quickly, but I'm now going to give it a cold blast. So 60 seconds on the heat, and then you do a very 30 seconds cold blast just to cool that curl down. So I've gone up again, given it that nice cold blast. So I'm on to my next section, and I'm going to follow the same thing again. So when you're using the Dyson Air-wrap, it is just about how you feed it in. So if you hold it in mid-length, hold your hair mid-length, and then gradually just feed it in. You can see sometimes bits fall down like this section. That's okay. You just keep tucking it upwards, and it will stay. So again, I'm on to my next section. Make sure you've got all of the straight bits. Hold it mid-length and just let it curl around. The Dyson will do all the work for you. I sped up my video slightly just so that you can see me do all of the curls, because, you know, averagely you're taking about a minute and a half to do those each curl. So you can see it's just gone in nicely. I'm letting the Dyson Air-wrap do the work. And all I was doing then was holding on to the mid-length, and again, the cold blast at the very end. So about 60 seconds to hold the heat on. Next section up. And again, just take my section. And it's the Dyson Air-wrap's done that for me. And I've just taken it close to my head and let it kind of twist around the Dyson Air-wrap. Again, cold blast. And you can let loose. I tend to turn it off when I let loose, otherwise it all gets a little bit messy. So I turn it on and off in between. Again, you can see me, I'm doing a cold blast there, and I've let it go. So after my cold blast, I then turn the Dyson Air-wrap off before I loosen the curl. So I'm on to my next piece. And again, holding it mid-length, I just tuck the Dyson Air-wrap underneath and feed it in. I absolutely love the Dyson Air-wrap, but it is very much a blown out kind of blow dry is what I would say. I don't feel like you get tight curls from it. It is very much a blow dry look. So again, it's very easy. I'm taking down my next section. Every now and then give it a brush, because your hair should still be a bit damp, so it might get a little bit knotty. There we are, and it's just gone in. See how simple it is just to hook it on almost. It may take a couple of times to get used to it, but you will. And just practice and practice. And some pieces will go really well and some pieces won't. That's just how it is. But you can see how I've taken it up to my head, while I've let the hair wrap round the Dyson. And again, the next piece. I'm holding it mid-length, I'm letting the Dyson suck it up, and then we're going gradually towards the scalp. Only go as comfortable as, you know, if the heat's on your scalp, just go up as close as you can without it feeling uncomfortable. So the next section, mid-length, I'm holding it and I'm going to let it all suck it up. Sometimes it goes a little bit, kind of does its own thing. You really have to get the angle right with the Dyson. If it starts going a little bit crazy, just move the Dyson slightly in a different angle and it will suck the hair to it. And again, there we are. See, that went in much nicer. And again, my fringe is wanting to suck it, and can you see what happens? It wants to suck all of the hair in. So you have to make sure you're kind of sectioning that hair out the way. And I'm going to put my fringe in it. It gives like a nice bit of height as well, I find. You can always go back over a few pieces, but But can you see I'm using my hand as a guide to keep it away from my other curls. So I'm going to take the top off and I'm going to now put the other side on. And if you look in the mirror, you can see which direction those arrows go. That's the way your curls will sit. So again, first section, clipping it out of the way, split it into two, and I'm holding it in the direction I want. And you can see I was just holding it, it just grabbed my hair, and as it grabbed my hair, I let go and moved it closer to my scalp. So again, I'm holding it mid-length, and again, it sucked it in nicely. So you want to be doing roughly around a 60 seconds blast with the heat, and then you do the cold blast, which is pushing the button upwards, the main button upwards, and it gives a little cold blast. Again, I only have this on the medium heat. I do find when it's on the hottest heat, it's too hot. It also becomes uncomfortable around your ears and on your scalp as well. It becomes too hot. So try it on a medium heat. So there we are, I'm on to the next section. And once you get the hang of this Dyson, it is really, really nice to use. I really love it. So again, it's just wrapped itself around. Cold blast. And let it go. So every time you let your curl go, make sure you switch your Dyson off. It just makes it so much easier. So up with the cold blast and out. And again, I'm holding mid-lengths. Up with a cold blast and out. And again, smaller sections don't need to take so long because they're thinner sections. So again, I'm on to my next piece, and use your fingers just as your guide to kind of get your sections. And there we are, I'm taking my next section, and you can see that went around really nicely. I find if you hold it in the mid sections, it is the most easiest. I have tried it before where you hold the bottom section and it doesn't work as well. So again, that's guided it up really nicely. If you do get in a bit of a mess with it all, you can just stop the, turn off the Dyson, take it all out and start again with the same bit of, the same section. So again, I'm on to the next piece, giving it a brush. And there we are. It is so, so simple once you get the hang of it. And the next section, so that was a bit bigger, this section, you can see. But it's still gone round quite nicely. If it all drops out, make your sections smaller. Or maybe start with smaller sections to begin with while you're practicing as well. But there you go, it's gone in quite nicely. See that I've left that little tiny bit out, and I'm going to hold on to it so it doesn't try to wrap itself around. There we are, just a quick blast. What you'll find is the Dyson will try to suck the hair towards it, so you do have to be a bit mindful of that. So I'm holding it now across the top of my head, and that will just help create a little bit of volume as well. I love the Dyson Air-wrap for that. There we are, and then onto my fringe. And you can see on the other side, my fringe has fell out now. So I'm going to quickly go over that piece again, and I'm going to put my other one back on, remembering it's facing away from me, so I want my curls to go backwards. And as I say, with the Dyson Air-wrap, it is much more like a blow dry. It's not tight curls. For tight curls, you'd use a tong. There we are. So I'm just going to pull it all out with my fingers. You can do it with a brush if you want, but I quite like working with my fingers. Get some hairspray, give it a good glisten, and that'll help hold the curls. And there we are. There's our Dyson Air-wrap.